Hi everyone, it's Steph from Sent from Heaven. I am back hopefully onto my regular video schedule now. I have decided today that I'm going to do something I have never done before, which is an ombre soap. So hopefully it won't be too much of a disaster, but you never know when you try new things and it's always a learning curve. So I have got here obviously my oils, my lye. I have some kale and clay here that I am going to put into my oils once I get rid of some for my blue. I have got Egyptian blue mica there from Aussie Soap Supplies rather. And I have here my fragrance oil, which is Bohemian Musk. Apparently it has a 0 vanillin content, so hopefully I will not end up with any discoloration, because that would be really sucky. But we will see, and hopefully this all goes well. So as usual, base oils. I have got my lye here. Open that one up. I might want to put this one in first. And I'm just going to pour over the side of my mixer. And magic, magic, the color starts to change. So I've been watching a lot of soaping videos this week because I have clearly caught the bug again of making and watching soaps. I go through spurts. Obviously, I'm going to be making at least one soap a week while I'm videoing it. And I have been a little bit obsessed. So I've been watching lots of videos online and I decided that I was going to get a little bit more creative, and I saw someone do this with a black, and I thought I'd really love to try that with a blue and white and see how it goes. Just gonna give this a couple of little short bursts. Just want to make sure it's properly emulsified before I go pouring this out into a separate container. Alright, that seems pretty good. I'm going to pour some of this out into this container here. And if that's not dark enough, I will add a little bit of my liquid blue colorant, which I have on the side here. I'm just going to add, is that enough? This is alright. This is okay. Mix my fragrance oil in. That went a little bit orange. So I'm gonna pour a little bit more of that in there. Just because I need to make sure I have a good base, and I probably need some of that fragrance oil in that bottom layer there. But the bottom layer isn't going to be very big, so it's not going to be a massive stark contrast. So I'm going to put the kale and clay into the rest of this. I should have probably done what I do with my micas and mixed that up with a little bit of extra oil first, but I didn't, and we're just gonna go with it because that's what I tend to do, just go with things. So I'm just trying to mix up that mica into this bottom layer. I want it to be a nice dark blue so that when I start adding in a little bit of my kaolin clay oils, that will start to lighten it up a little bit as I go. I am thinking maybe a teensy little bit of my liquid blue colorant. I won't really need anything more than that. I did want to try and do more mica than the liquid blue colorant because I think the mica gives it just that little bit more shimmer, whereas the liquid colorant sort of leaves it more in a like a flat matte sort of color. So just, that is coming to trace really fast. So I've got to get moving. I didn't really think about my spatial awareness when I was doing this, so regret was had by me. And then what she did was she then put some of this into there. And then mixed it a bit. And then did some more of this. And so on and so forth. So I'm hoping that I can actually get a good color difference, but I'm wondering if I blend it up, trying to get my kaolin clay mixed in sufficiently. I'm wondering if I may have blended this a little bit too much and it's going to get really thick on me, but oh well, we shall see. Can you see how thick that is now? The joys of soaping. You never know how it's going to end up. What I'm also realizing is that I also didn't think about the extra heavy water discount that I have recently added to my soaps. So that is what would be making this a little bit harder for me, because, and it's making it thicker faster, because I do have quite a big water discount. So that would be speeding things along. So I have a little bit of titanium dioxide here. I'm just not quite happy with the level of white of my soap in here. So, oh dear. Hopefully that little bit of water might help me, or the titanium dioxide is going to ruin me. We shall see. This is starting to get to a point where I may need to list it to soaping fail. Note to self, work faster when working with kaolin clay. Okay. This is now to the point where I need to get this in the mold and hope that this entire batch isn't ruined, and hope that it still looks okay tomorrow. Oh dear. Sorry about my lack of conversation. I am really trying to concentrate hard on getting what I can out of this and out of this bucket and into the mold, so that I can hopefully salvage some, and I'll smack it all down, hope for the best, and obviously cut tomorrow. But this went hard very, very, very fast. So it could be the amount of kaolin clay that I added, or it could be that the fragrance accelerates. So the company that I bought it for, they do have the safety data sheet, and it does say that it is safe for soaps and body products at a maximum of 5%. I had well below the 5%. So yeah, they don't have answers about things like acceleration or ricing, that sort of thing. So it could be that it accelerates, it could be that it's the kaolin clay and added with my heavy water discount. It's hard to tell, but at the moment, with how quickly that came to even trace for me, I would say that it had some form of acceleration. Normally I have a lot more time to work with my soaps than that. Granted, I don't normally use kaolin clay. Most of the time I use titanium dioxide, so that could be playing a part. But it's just one of those things with soaps, is it can accelerate, and when it does, you work quickly in hopes that you can still salvage it. Wow, okay. Okay, so I honestly don't know if smacking it down like that is really going to do anything to help me, because those bubbles in there and that amount of spaces is probably huge. I may have a fail on my hands here. Oh well. These things happen and you just gotta go with it. You can't do anything to predict it. You can't do anything to stop it, really. Sometimes it just happens. These soaps, especially with fragrance oils, can be so temperamental. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing on the top here, because I had planned for it to be a flat top, assuming that I was going to have a bit more time than I did to pour it. Probably could do a flat top. Yeah, right. Flat top it is. Nope, not flat top. We're gonna just peek it on one side. Going to try to peek it on one side. Well, what an adventure that was. I can't say that that was my most pleasant experience soaping. I have been soaping for a number of years, and well, that was that was not relaxed in the slightest, and I may have panicked at some stage. But I have soap ready here now, and I guess I will just have to wait and see how it turns out once it's cured, and once it's ready to be unmolded and cut and I'm hoping that the tapping down has worked a little bit to reduce some of those bubbles. I'm hoping I don't have any massive gaps. But there we have it. There's the soap. I'm hoping it kind of looks a little bit ombre, but I may have to up my water content because I probably didn't give myself enough time. I think maybe next time titanium dioxide instead of kaolin clay. Maybe try a different fragrance. I could always try a different color next time. That wouldn't make any difference as far as the tracing, but I can always try that. And yeah, my water content, up that to a level that will give me a bit more time to work with. So I have a huge mess here to clean up. This is the soap. I'm hoping it looks okay, but we will see tomorrow. All right, guys, thanks so much. I will see you then. Bye.